The story, we are joined on the line by Michael Barnes from the South African Weather Services in Cape Town. Michael, thank you so much for joining us. Now, can you give us an update on the storm in Cape Town? What's happening at the moment?
Yes, good evening. At the moment, still some showers around the southwestern Cape at the moment, and still some gusty, windy conditions still expected for this evening in the southwestern parts of the country as well as towards the interior as well. Those showers on and off ready for the evening and into tomorrow morning, and they can also result in a little bit of snowfall as well over the high-lying areas of the Western Cape, as well as the southern high ground of the Northern Cape for this evening into tomorrow morning. They can also lead to disruptive snowfalls this evening and into tomorrow morning in those places as well. So passes and those kind of things may get closed, etc.
Now, Michael, can you tell us which parts of the Cape were majorly affected? I know we mentioned a few earlier on where we saw gale force winds as well as those heavy storms, but can you be more specific with regards to where it was really terrible?
Yeah, well, as you've seen from some of the images, sea state was one of the big factors in this cold front that moved through. Very high swells were recorded, 11 meters and more on average in places, and largely affected was the Atlantic seaboard of the Cape Metro, where, as you've seen from some images, storm surges wiped away some roads and those kinds of things this afternoon. The other big factor was wind, very, very windy, gusty conditions right throughout the Western Cape and western parts of the Northern Cape, some damage associated with that. Rain wasn't really the biggest factor in this system, although there was some localized flooding in places, in particular the Cape Metro. And one of the biggest factors is the fires out in the Knysna area, and not being helped by some strong gusty northerly winds there for today.
And as we get closer to the weekend, can we expect the storm to subside?
Yes, so things subside throughout the morning tomorrow, essentially. Still going for a little bit of rain along the south coast for tomorrow. So we're hoping that will help the fires out a little bit in those areas. But that all clears up, and by Friday, things clear out quite nicely, and winds lighten as well.
Finally, Michael, we've seen the Western Cape facing the toughest drought yet. Does this mean it's the end of the dry season we've seen in the Western Cape?
Unfortunately not. To get our dam levels back up to what they should be, we need more than one season of normal to above normal rainfall. So we need to also remember that we've had a very dry autumn. May, we hardly got any rainfall through the southwestern Cape, and April was also a very poor rainfall month for us. So we've already come out of very dry autumn. So this one system isn't going to wipe away 2 seasons of below normal rainfall. So we need to hope for some more rainfall throughout winter this season, and a good winter rainfall season next season as well, to get us back to what we should be in terms of our dam levels.
Michael, a major concern was safety today. What can the public do to remain safe going forward?
Yeah, I think the brunt of it is basically over, but for this evening, really stay indoors. Don't go out a lot tonight with these gusty winds. And then, I think tomorrow most of the effects should have been gone through most of the region. But in those areas where there are fires, best advice is listen to those disaster management and fire officials that are out there. They'll guide you as to what you should be doing.
We'll have to leave it there, Michael. Thank you so much for joining us. That was South African Weather Services forecaster Michael Barnes giving us an update on that.